Okay, we're going to make this a little bit quicker if we can. We have our top three today from Supersport, race 2 here at the Circuit of the Americas. Our winner again, Ashley Stoll, second place, PJ Davidson, and third place, Cameron Peterson. We're going to start with Cameron. What a performance. When I talked to you this morning, we didn't think it was going to be possible on my cruise around and get in the sixth thing, but fourth, third place. I think we're maybe helped a little bit by the shortened race and also with the oil giant and slower pace that helped.
Yeah, 100%. The pace was pretty damn slow today. Obviously, Maddie and PJ, once they got clear, they kind of did their thing. But yeah, it definitely helped. And you know, like I said, it's after all the effort and everything the team's done for me to get to this point, I knew I just had to line up and at least give it a shot, and I'm glad I did. Yeah, it was pretty tough towards the end there, and like I said, I was just kind of sitting there. I didn't have much left in the tank, and I knew something crazy was going to happen into the last corner, so got a little bit lucky with Kayla and Ty running wide there, but I'll take this podium. I think it's good for the team, and then yeah, I'll just go home and rest up for 2 weeks and try come out swinging in New Jersey. Yeah, I mean, you know, Kayla wasn't getting the best run coming out at 19 with the oil slick there all race, and she just kind of bunched everybody up, and her and Ty just ran it off into the last corner. Yeah, like I think I was on the brakes, and I think they were still tucked in on the gas, and I knew at that point that they were going to run wide, but they were just fighting for position. Thank you.
Second place is PJ Davidson. PJ was third yesterday. It's his 15th podium of the year. Solid start, battling with Blake. And same thing was the oil drive was obviously a factor because the lap times were pretty slow.
Yeah, I didn't really know what to like expect with that and stuff. You know, you only get that like sighting lap there and stuff to kind of check it out and stuff. But you're obviously not going, you know, wide open 100% like a race. So yeah, I kind of just went through that the first lap there and just like kind of sent it through, hoping for the best, really, you know. You couldn't really back off, but yeah, it was a good battle and stuff like that. I was trying to mix it up in the beginning, and Blake would pass me, I'd pass him back, and then same with Matthew. Then once he got by me, he kind of checked out. I didn't have anything for him, so yeah, it was a tough weekend for us. We still got 2 podiums, lost championship points and stuff, but he was on a mission all weekend, and he got the job done this weekend, so congrats to him and the team. Cam had a really massive high side yesterday, which I felt like I almost was about to have one today with that same issue. But yeah, you know, that's good that he got third. I kept watching the board there, you know, and I kept looking for Kayla, and I saw my board going down, and I was like, man, you know, I think she's gonna pass me next, you know. So I was getting super nervous and stuff, but I was happy for her as well. But yeah, I can't thank the whole Rahal Ducati Moto team. XPEL, Ray from Roller Die is here as well. So all of our sponsors that have put this program together, and then you know next year as well, announcing that we're going to Superbike with the new V4R is great. So looking forward to it, and then going back to my home track there at New Jersey and trying to put up a championship fight. I mean, anything can happen, you know. We're a little ways away now, but you know, anything can happen, and we'll go to that home race there and try our best.
Okay, our winner today for the second straight day is Matthew Stoll. It's his 9th point of the year. He now has a 21.8 going into the last 2 races in New Jersey. Early on, it looked like it was pretty hectic. I mean, you weren't exactly right at the front. You were kind of in this mess for a few laps before you were able to lower lap times and get going. With those first laps, were hectic.
Yeah, the guys were kind of diving each other and really slowing the bike in the middle of the corner. And, you know, me probably weighing 30 pounds more than everyone else, I felt that I was getting, you know, I'm hurt more than most people. Also, the final sector through the carousel and second last corner was one of the strongest sectors of the track for me, so that kind of ruined that for me there. So I was worried slightly in the first couple of laps, because I wasn't confident that I would be able to pass PJ and Blake. They were both braking super late in all of the right spots. But yeah, fortunately, once I got to the front, put some laps on, opened up a gap, and I actually hit, but the bike actually jumped out of gear on the final lap in corner 16 there. But fortunately, I banged it back into second and then just bogged it out and hold on to the win there. Overall, thank you to the Strike Racing team. They've given me an awesome motorbike, and yeah, 21 points gives me a lot of confidence we can take the championship in Jersey, and just looking forward to going there. I know PJ is exceptionally strong there, but I'm very confident at this stage. So I've got sweat in my eyes. I'm like going blind right now. But yeah, all good.
All right. Well, thank you guys and congrats.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to top three finishers today's Superbike race here at Circuit of the Americas. Our winner, Cam Rowley, second place, Bobby Fong, and third place, Josh Aaron. We'll get started with Josh. Win yesterday, third today. Was it a completely different race for you? Was the bike? Tell us the difference between yesterday and today.
I mean, I woke up this morning in a lot more pain. I think yesterday I don't know, I just had to grit it yesterday, and I think that bone doesn't like it. And so today was definitely harder on me, but I wouldn't say that's why we weren't able to be fighting with those guys. Cam just left and was really fast, and I wasn't. I mean, I tried hanging on. I mean, really, that's it. We had the tire pressures like set a little bit lower than what we had in practice and qualifying, just to because it was so hot, to allow them to come up temperature and be kind of where we had them in practice. And I think, honestly, I didn't like the way that the bike was feeling doing that. Like, it just made me, I felt like I was riding a different bike than I was yesterday. But I think I just didn't have the pace today. He was riding fast, and we didn't get it done, you know. So sucks, because all the hard work that we did yesterday, we just gave it back basically today. And now we got a lot of work to do in Jersey. So I'm super grateful that I was able to win a race yesterday. For sure, if you asked me at the start yesterday, I didn't think I would have been capable of it. And at least kept us at the same spot, or maybe a little bit better than what we came in. So that way, when we go to Jersey for the last 3 races, we at least are still there. We're not just completely out of it. So yeah, congrats to Cam on the win. He deserved that one. He like I said, took off right from the beginning, and I was just panicking to try to keep up. So yeah, congrats to him. And like I said, hopefully we get some rain at Jersey to help us out a little bit, maybe.
Second place, Bobby Fong, headed to Jersey with an 8-point lead now. 13th podium of the year, third and second this weekend. Coming in here, you probably, someone's interviewing you third and second, you'd probably be okay with that.
Yeah, no, it's we knew coming in here it might be a struggle, but you know, I am definitely thankful to get on the podium here, because there's a lot of fast guys, and it was super greasy out there, and it's really easy to have moments out there. The track was kind of weird. Cameron almost went down, kind of looked like he was doing the same thing, and I took the lead for a second, and I had a few moments, and I'm like, we have a big gap behind me, so you know, I tried to back it off, and then he went back by, and I'm like, damn it, now I got to push again. You know, like I was trying to, you know, go a little bit slower because I was just taking too many risks. But he rode a good pace. He didn't make any mistakes, honestly. Kudos to him, and it's hard to do in this heat. So, but we're definitely looking forward to Jersey. 3 races there, and I think it should be fun.
Congratulations. Winner today, Cam Rowley, his 5th win of the year and his 70th career Superbike win. Going to Jersey, 8 points down, and then far away the pass. So you guys are pretty pleased with that. And you also need to talk to us a little bit about that save. It's a big one.
Yeah, I mean, that's everything flashed in front of my eyes, you know, all the hard work we've been putting in, and the front end came back, thankfully. And man, I was struggling pretty bad with the front end there in some of the long right-handers, and my gap just started closing, you know, 1/10 by 1/10. Bob was closing in on me, and yeah, that was a really, really hard race. I haven't had that hard of a race in a long time. I was pushing as hard as I could the entire race, and honestly, I felt awesome at the beginning of the race. My bike was just hooked up, and I did a couple 207s or a 207, and then straight into the low 208s, and felt awesome. But it made me a little nervous for the rest of the race, because man, I was doing 3 laps this weekend, all weekend, and that's pretty much all I had at a hard pace, at a pushing pace, you know, with what's going on with my wrist. So yeah, just definitely had to grind that one out, and that one's for my team. The Tytlers guys have been working so hard, and they've been man, even after my dumb ass went and crashed on a bicycle earlier this week, they still stuck behind me and got me comfortable on the bike and just kept motivating me all weekend, like, you can do this. So thanks to them, and I'm stoked that we're back in it. Bob pushed me so hard the whole race, so hats off to him because the pace was really hot. And yeah, we'll see what happens at New Jersey, but at least we're, you know, somewhat back in it.
When you have a moment like that, it seems like it would take you a little bit to regroup and you start to attack right away.
Yeah, I mean, it's crunch time. It's time to. I knew it would be really tough going into New Jersey, coming out of here with another second place, and Bob rips at Jersey. So, yeah, I'm happy we got this one done, and I'll have a couple weeks to do some PT on my wrist, and then we'll be ready to go.
Any questions? Okay, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, we have two of our top three finishers from today's Team Actors race here at Circuit of the Americas. Lawrence Bass won't be joining us because he's going to be on his way to France here pretty soon for the Boulder 24-hour.
No, he just vetoed the interview. He vetoed the interview. He's like, I'm not coming.
Yeah, he mentioned he didn't like you, Paul. I don't know why.
Yeah,
you seem really good to me.
He was like, that's
We
a
were just saying
waste
how
of
we thought you
time
were-
coming to speak to Paul.
Yeah. Yeah, we both agreed you're okay, but I couldn't convince him.
Just.
Troy Boss, second place Lawrence Bass, and third place Bradley Smith. We'll get started with Bradley. Mostly alone, I think, in that race. And tell us about it.
Yeah, my race was tumbleweed. I couldn't even see these guys with binoculars, so I don't know. I think that just, unfortunately, there's so many elements when it comes down to racing. You need everything to be perfect, and one of those was missing today. And yeah, it just meant that I was on absolute struggle street out there. But very happy with my performance this morning. We definitely found something to what I believe was going to be able to fight with the front group that just didn't transfer into fruition. So great job by all the boys up front. You know, they held it together in the race. And yeah, I'm just happy to be here after Mid-Ohio. You know, that was a scary crash. You know, fortunate to walk away from it with just a few cracks here and there. Worked hard the last 2 weeks to get here. Happy to be here. Happy to pick up a podium, go home with a trophy. And yeah, I think it's been a great weekend for Harley Davidson. You guys no doubt talked about the championship yesterday, but that was a big team goal this year. A lot of work went into that. We've taken it back off of Troy. No doubt he's going to want it back. So, you know, from now until next year, it's back fighting again to retain it for as long as we can.
So, in Ohio side, are you still enjoying this?
Absolutely. To be honest, I still enjoyed it after Mid-Ohio. You know, I got away with it lightly. It is just a wake-up call to the level of which we need to ride these bikes now. You know, that everyone's pushing at, and when it goes wrong, you know, you're not messing around. You know, it's a 630-pound motorcycle, so you know, these things are going to happen. But yeah, you know, keep turning up, keep having fun, keep feeling like there's progress. The lap times keep getting faster and faster. I think lap record went, you know, yet again. All credit to Vance and Hines, you know, with their Harley Davidson program. They've really pulled up the stops, you know, the last couple of races. You know, they put their head down and they've taken the ball and run with it. So we're chasing. So, you know, like that's fun. You know, there's competition out there. It's not just two guys. You know, I really believe sat on the grid today, there was 5 guys that could, you know, fight for those top 3, you know, positions. So, yeah, all good and looking forward to New Jersey.
I went to take Troy Herfoss. It's the second one of the year. 7th yesterday, first day, what a difference a day makes. Is that something you changed with the bike, or is it your injuries? I can't believe they get that much better in a day. So what was the difference?
Firstly, congratulations to Weil and Kyle Wyman and Harley Davidson. He's had an incredible year and the team's been amazing. And he really crushed us, so congratulations to him, and I hope he's okay after a fast crash. I did see him and he looked chirpy, so hopefully he can enjoy the celebrations tonight. It's been a tough weekend, not at full fitness, and just really slowly trying to get to Sunday, really. Yesterday, basically, when I get sucked into battling and trying to chase people, our bike doesn't work the same as theirs, and so when I try and override in that area, I'm just not as strong as I can be. And yesterday, I shouldn't have finished that bad, but I tried to do a few things with the bike I hadn't done all weekend, and sort of just tweaked a few things, and I was in a bit of pain and struggling, and honestly, back to Bradley's comments about things have got to be 100%. There was what seemed to be something that wasn't working right for me, and then my body, everything just doubled down. But this morning I felt a lot better, getting up out of bed and moving, and I didn't push it in warm up sort of back to back. I sort of just rolled a couple of laps and had a few easy laps and sort of one on one off, and just got a feel for a change of the bike, and man, it was so much easier to ride when I was on the front of my own. I traditionally don't exactly enjoy leading races and controlling the race like that, and I like to be the attacker. It's fun, but with the way I was achieving a lap time this weekend, it was almost impossible for me to follow like a lot of the top guys. This morning I got a little bit of a sniff at Bradley and just completely knocked the wind out of my sails, and sort of put a few tenths into me in a few sectors, and I sort of left there confused of how I'm going to make the bike do what he was doing. And that's a combination of a lifelong MotoGP rider versus my style. Like it could be anything, but we tried our best to make the bike as easy for me to ride, and they done such a great job. I was able to stop the bike in the last sort of 30 feet from the corner a lot better than yesterday, and that took a lot of strain out of my body. And by the sound of it, there was a lot going on behind me, which would have helped. I imagine I didn't have the fastest lap time, put it that way.
You were aware of Kyle's crash in the last corner, knowing he was there, knowing he was gone?
I thought Kyle was gone earlier in the race. I must have looked back and seen that he was on the other side of me, and I could see Hayden. So when did Kyle crash? Which?
Last lap,
no,
carousel.
Last lap? Oh, really? 3 corners to go.
Yeah.
So I thought I was racing against Hayden, and the board showed 0.4 at one stage, and he looked like he was 0.3 behind me. So, and I couldn't hear a bike. So yeah, probably a good thing. But Kyle and I ride so differently. I know in the back half of the race that if I can ride it with my strategy, and the grips, that new tyre grip's gone. That's where I feel like I can be strong, but obviously these races are so short. It's not often we get to an end of a race with no grip left. So, but given the circumstances here, it was quite hot and greasy. Do I have to tell you what happened, or can I just tell you the injuries? Last weekend in Australian Superbike, I filled in with the team in Australian Superbike. Had a great weekend. I was enjoying it a lot. Started raining for race 1, and I rolled out of pit lane to do the siding lap, and I come into MG turn at Phillip Island, which is a really, really slow turn. I'd already sort of got a feel, had my knee on the ground in a few corners, and I was doing, like, I'm not exaggerating, I was doing 15 to 25 miles an hour. And I touched the throttle and the rear come round, and it sort of got all the way around, and I thought I would just spin around and fall over. And it got to sort of pointing back towards the top of the hill, and it just went bop. I just went in the air, fell down. It was a really underwhelming crash. It was the first time I've landed on my right side with a lot of force since an injury I had a couple of years ago, and it scared the life out of me. basically I had a small separation in my shoulder and a small fracture in my pelvis. So I'm not walking around the pit saying I've got a broken pelvis, because it's obviously got a break in it. But look, I had so much broken down there 4 years ago. I haven't had a checkup in 2 years. All that actual proper break was okay, but it is possible that fracture in the pelvis is old. So like, yeah, I've got a limp. I'm not sure I've got a freshly broken pelvis, but anyway, it was painful.
Okay, well, thanks for telling us, because it was something I wondered about. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
No.
Water.
Thank you.